Picture this. You're scrolling through Twitch and suddenly you see a number that makes you do a double take. 337,000. That's not views. That's not followers. That's live concurrent subscribers watching one single stream. One guy, one moment, one record that nobody thought could be broken. Cenat didn't just break Twitch history, he obliterated it. He took the previous record, laughed at it, and then kept climbing until the entire internet stopped what it was doing to watch. But here's what most people don't understand about what happened during those insane 30 days. This wasn't luck. This wasn't some random viral moment that came out of nowhere. This was strategic. This was calculated. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how one streamer rewrote the rules of what's possible on Twitch forever. Before we dive into the madness, let me give you some context that will blow your mind. The previous Twitch subscriber record was held by Ludwig at around 283,000 subs. That record stood for years. People thought it was untouchable. Then Cenat said, "Hold my energy drink," and proceeded to not just beat that record, but absolutely demolish it by over 400,000 subscribers. We're talking about numbers that sound fake until you see the screenshots yourself. But this story starts way before November 2024. This starts with failure, frustration, and a streamer who refused to accept that his first attempt wasn't good enough. Because Mafiathon 2 wasn't Kai's first rodeo. The original Mafiathon happened earlier, and while it was successful, it didn't reach the heights that Kai knew were possible. Most creators would have been satisfied, most would have taken the win and moved on. But Kai saw that first marathon as practice, as preparation for something bigger. The road to Mafiathon 2 was paved with lessons learned from round 1. Kai studied what worked, what didn't work, and what could be improved. He analyzed his audience, his content, his timing, everything. This wasn't just about streaming for 30 days straight. This was about creating an event so compelling that people couldn't look away. An experience so unique that missing it felt like missing history in the making. When Mafiathon 2 launched, the initial numbers were promising, but not groundbreaking. Kai was pulling solid viewership, growing steadily, but nothing that screamed record-breaking phenomenon. The first few days looked like a typical successful stream marathon. Good content, engaged chat, decent growth. But something was building beneath the surface, something that would explode on day 11. Day 11 changed everything. That's when Kai hit the magic number. 337,000 concurrent subscribers. The internet collectively lost its mind. Twitter exploded. TikTok went crazy. Discord servers crashed from people trying to share screenshots. The number was so insane that people thought it was a glitch. Streamers stopped their own broadcasts to watch history happen live. Gaming journalists scrambled to write articles about what they were witnessing. But here's where it gets even crazier. Kai didn't stop at 337,000. That number that broke the internet? That was just the beginning. Because what happened next defied every prediction, every expectation, every expert opinion about what was possible on the platform. The surge to 500,000 subscribers happened so fast it felt like watching a rocket launch. One moment you're celebrating a new record, the next moment you're watching numbers climb so rapidly that the counter can barely keep up. Chat was moving so fast it looked like digital rain. Moderators were overwhelmed. The entire Twitch infrastructure was being stress-tested by one single stream. 500,000 concurrent subscribers. Let that number sink in for a moment. That's more people than most Major League Baseball stadiums can hold. That's more people than live in entire cities. All watching one guy stream simultaneously. All subscribed. All engaged. All part of something that had never happened before in the history of live streaming. But even 500,000 wasn't the peak, because Cenat was just getting started. The momentum was building, the word was spreading, and the numbers kept climbing toward what would become the most insane moment in Twitch history. A number so astronomical that when you see it, you'll understand why this marathon didn't just break records. It redefined what records could even be. 728,000 concurrent subscribers. The apex, the moment that made everyone else's numbers look quaint. 728,000 people, all watching, all subscribed, all witnessing something that shouldn't have been possible according to every expert, every analyst, every person who claimed to understand how Twitch worked. The platform itself seemed shocked. Servers strained under the weight of history being made in real time. When that number flashed across screens worldwide, it wasn't just a record. It was a statement, a declaration that the old rules no longer applied, that one creator could command an audience larger than most television networks dream of reaching. The chat was moving so fast it became abstract art, a blur of emotes, messages, and pure excitement that captured the energy of nearly 750,000 people experiencing collective euphoria. But here's what makes this story even more incredible. This wasn't some manufactured moment. This wasn't a publicity stunt orchestrated by corporate executives in boardrooms. This was organic growth happening at light speed. Word of mouth on steroids. Every viewer became a marketer, sharing clips, posting screenshots, dragging friends into the madness. The algorithm couldn't keep up with the organic virality. So why did it work when countless other streamers have tried and failed to reach even a fraction of these numbers? The answer lies in understanding what Cenat brought to the table that nobody else could replicate. First, authenticity. In an era where everything feels scripted and manufactured, Kai's energy was genuine. His reactions were real. His excitement was infectious because it was authentic. When he celebrated hitting new milestones, viewers felt like they were celebrating with a friend, not watching a performance. Second, community building. Kai didn't just stream to an audience, he created a family. Every subscriber felt like they were part of something bigger than themselves, part of a movement, part of history. When you're building that kind of emotional connection, people don't just watch, they invest, they stay, they bring others along for the ride. Third, timing and consistency. Mafiathon 2 happened at the perfect intersection of platform growth, audience hunger for authentic content, and Kai's peak creative period. But it wasn't luck. It was preparation meeting opportunity. All those hours of grinding, learning, improving, building relationships with his community. It all culminated in 30 days of pure content mastery. The technical execution was flawless too. Stream quality remained high despite the massive audience. Chat moderation somehow kept things manageable. The content variety kept people engaged hour after hour, day after day. This wasn't just about hitting big numbers, it was about sustaining them, about proving that viral moments could be stretched into viral months. What's next? That's the question everyone's asking. Because Cenat just moved the goalposts so far that every other content creator is scrambling to understand the new landscape. 728,000 concurrent subscribers isn't just a number, it's a challenge, a target, a mountain that future streamers will attempt to climb. But here's the thing about records like this. They don't just happen twice. Lightning rarely strikes the same place. What Kai accomplished during Mafiathon 2 required perfect conditions, incredible preparation, and that indefinable magic that separates good content from legendary content. The next person to challenge this record won't just need skill and dedication. They'll need to revolutionize the entire concept of what streaming can be. The ripple effects are already being felt across the industry. Brands are reevaluating their understanding of digital audiences. Platforms are upgrading infrastructure to handle these kinds of numbers. Other creators are studying every second of Kai's marathon, looking for secrets, strategies, techniques they can adapt. But you can't bottle lightning. You can't manufacture authenticity. You can't fake the kind of genuine connection that drives 700,000 people to subscribe simultaneously. This moment in streaming history proves something profound about our digital age. That individual creators armed with nothing but personality, creativity, and relentless work ethic can build audiences that rival traditional media empires. That the future of entertainment isn't being written in Hollywood boardrooms. It's being live-streamed from bedrooms, gaming setups, and wherever authentic voices decide to turn on their cameras. Cenat's record isn't just about numbers. It's about possibility. It's proof that in the creator economy, the only limits are the ones you accept. And for 30 days in 2024, one streamer decided he wouldn't accept any limits at all. So what do you think? Will anyone ever break Kai's record, or did he just set a bar so high that it'll stand forever? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and if this breakdown of streaming history blew your mind, make sure you subscribe because we're just getting started analyzing the moments that changed the internet forever.